For those of you who missed this week's episode of Shadow Spark Chronicles, here's what happened. Bishop wakes up early and starts reeling from his inability to help the people of Perrin's Folly. He decides to keep himself busy by helping rebuild the outer walls of Cantor's Keep. His world seems to be crumbling from within, and what he's put his faith in has failed him. He needs to feel useful. The rest of the group wake and meet down in the kitchen for breakfast. They discuss the previous night's events. It is decided that the newly found Shadowspark Chronicle book needs to be kept safe and should be placed with the others in the academy. Noticing that Bishop hasn't made an appearance, Marsland reaches out to him via a sending spell. Bishop doesn't respond. They gather their things and head back to the academy. As they enter Pora's study, she already knows why they're there. She asks Marsland if he's positive about leaving the tomb behind. Another discussion is had between the group and Gwenton, Anax, and Marsland debate keeping the book. Justinian interjects that Bishop was very adamant about not having the book and that Anax and Bishop have fought in the Shadowspark Wars before and that maybe they should acknowledge their combined experiences. They leave the tome with Pora, and Justinian heads off to speak with Restus, and Marsland and Gwenton head out with Anax to speak to his militia. Bishop heads back to the house and goes straight to his room to clean himself up. Justinian also returns and go to his room to commune with nature. The rest of the group return and sit down to eat. They discuss plans for retrieving the final book and hiring the Captain Jaina and her crew to run the Brindlestar, and entering the Plane of Fire to retrieve the final piece of Justinian's sword. Before heading to bed, Anax talks with Bishop about the next steps, but Bishop doesn't give back much input one way or the other. He does agree to meet with the group the next morning for the discussion of their next steps. Later that night, Justinian approaches Bishop and gives him some encouragement, which Bishop does appreciate. The meeting takes an unfortunate turn as Justinian learns that some of the others have been making plans without getting input from the entire team. Bishop is also taken aback as he thought they had hashed things out prior to going to Perrin's Folly. Gwenton quickly calms things down and a proper plan is formed. The group goes about prepping and 2 days later head to the docks for the next adventure. Please join us every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as we continue with the ongoing adventures of the Shadowspark Chronicles. And as always, we'll see you in the dungeon. Ba-ba-da-dum!